Well, made a quick trip to the hardware store. Picked up some insulating board, kind of a foam board. And I'll just use this on the sides. Also picked up some adhesive and some double-sided tape. I'm going to do a little experimenting. Now what I'm thinking about doing is, you see I've got that insulation up there on the walls on part of the side there. I might pull that off, put this up first, and then put that on top of this. And this is in 1 inch thick. I think it said it was I don't know, 6 maybe. They had some other, I guess you would call foam board. It was styrofoam, white styrofoam. It had a lining on one side, kind of like a foil lining, and that, though they said was just a sound barrier, really wasn't an insulating. I'm sure it has some insulating value, but it was specifically made more for a sound barrier, which is what I need, but I also want a little more insulation. So this, if it's R6, which I believe I saw on there, or R5, I think, yep, R5, the the Frost King insulation that you roll on and stick on, that's an R3, so that would give me about 8 insulation, R8. This is probably a little too thick for doing the ceiling. I'd probably go with a 1/2 inch or something a little thinner. But I still haven't decided on that, how I'm going to do the ceiling. So for now I'm going to do the sides, and tomorrow I might make a run to a different hardware store, see what they've got as far as the flooring, and then hopefully we'll be working on it tomorrow or Sunday, I'm not sure. I think tomorrow's Friday. My days are all off, but yep, tomorrow's Friday, so might work on it Friday. But as you can see, I pulled into the garage, made a little room, and it's a little cooler here than doing it out in the sun. It's also fairly level. As you can see, it's a pretty good, well, you probably can't see it, but pretty good hill to climb up to the main road, or up to the road there. But it levels out here at the garage. So gonna get busy, see how much I can get done today and tomorrow. Once I get done with the sides, then I'll probably work on the floor a little bit, putting some more of that under, or the bed coating on, sealing up a few holes, and that should be it. And I guess putting that grip tape down, and maybe the door seals will come today or tomorrow. Fix those. You can see that one's got some, this one doesn't have any here. So I'm going to pull it all off and replace it, and hopefully that will help a bit. So I'm going to get to work. not a big car guy. I mean, I worked on cars all my life to keep them running, and when I was a kid, rebuilt a Chevy 350 with my dad. Went into, I think it was a 1972 Chevy pickup truck. But I've been shopping around online whenever I get parts, and so far Summit has had some really good prices. I've been pretty impressed with them. They had the lowest price as far as this door jamb weather stripping. But I was just, when I opened the box, I really like how they do the all, you know, thank you for your order. They pack it really well, and it's kind of neat that they give you some decals, some stickers. Got your receipt in here and catalog. So that's nice. Their catalog, shipping, more catalog. And then the actual products in here. Sorry if that's a little noisy, I just bumped the camera. So basic rubber kit. And if you buy the, and I am trying to be careful with this camera, I know it, any movement and it picks up the noise. If you buy the weather stripping for a van like this, you got to make sure you get the right, well, of course for the right model and everything, but some vans have the sliding door and some have the double doors like mine does, so you have to make sure you do that. Make sure you get the right one. So let's see. Well, it's like you open one box and there's another box. It's actually, it looks like 3 boxes in here. I think for the front 2 doors is one of them. Door seal, rear cargo, 74 to 96 Chevy GMC van. So this is for the rear. This is for the front doors, front 2 doors. And then for the side cargo doors. And Metro, when I was looking online, you know, they seem to be pretty popular. A lot of the stores carry this Metro weather strip out of Minnesota. So, gonna pull off the old door jambs, weather stripping, and put the new stuff on, and I'll let you see what it looks like when I'm done. It has been slow going. Weather, rattlesnake, unplanned trip down to Phoenix, but making a little progress. Finished insulating underneath the windows, the walls. I used a 1-inch hard foam type insulation, and then I used another insulating material on top of that, which I think makes the R value around 6 or 7, maybe 8. I don't recall now, but and then I taped around all the edges along the beams and all the seams. That was pretty slow going, having to cut this foam. I still have to finish the corners, but instead of that, what I've got up there now, I'm going to take that off, and instead of 1 inch, I'm going to get maybe something a little thinner that's more flexible that I can bend for the corners, and then maybe a couple layers of that so that I can fill in all those areas. And let's see, I did add more, or I added some insulation above the cab. There was none there underneath the liner. It was just bare metal. And I put new weather stripping on all the doors, and that was a couple days actually. The hard part was pulling off the old weather stripping and then all the glue, taking that off, really cleaning it up so the new weather stripping would adhere very well. So all the doors on the van have new weather stripping, which cuts down quite a bit on the noise on the road. I also, on all the door wells, put a grip tape type material on the ridges. And that's about it for now. Next up is the floor.